the Margaret Hunt-Hill Bridge. And we've got time for...
Well, guys,
You certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in its center. And for the Mavericks, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic, and it's Marjanovic in at the 5 down low. Lillard finds Nurkic. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Covington wide open. He fires. A three-pointer off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
The pass to Hardaway. Over to the wing. Pulls up on the elbow. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Now, here's Lillard. McCollum outside. Here's Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Portland. Now, here's Doncic. And he gets it to go.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Lillard looking around. Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Pocket 4 to the middle. Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
I like to see this Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
Doncic outside. Pass to Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
How about 3 of 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Lillard outside. From deep. From beyond the arc and then some.
The remarkable range of Lillard. I mean, you see these shots he makes from distance with ease, effortless release.
Doncic outside. Shoots over Lillard. They get the rebound. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Porzingis. Powell against Hardaway. Offline with his 3. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for Portland. And the dunk by Powell.
Oh, McCollum is a strong combo guard. Excels at whipping the ball over to his teammates.
Lillard against Doncic. Drains it from 17 feet out. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific play.
3 terrific kids. You're right.
Methodical from mid-range. Richardson and an effective shooter, so his teammates trust his shot attempt.
McCollum outside. To the paint. Porzingis with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Hardaway kicks to Marjanovic. Doncic against Lillard. Fires from 14. And it's Doncic missing.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that. You know, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should be easy.
Hardaway passes to Porzingis from downtown. And Tim Hardaway Jr. for 3.
And that that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
30 seconds left in the first. McCollum finds Canner. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. Pass to Lillard. Trailblazers keep it alive, and it goes down 2 points. Nurkic has got 6. Here's Doncic. From past the arc. That one doesn't go. It's a tie game in Dallas. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Dallas, we've got Jalen Brunson. Cauley-Stein is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3-slot. Brunson scanning the floor. Outside, Redick, and the pass to Powell. Taken away by Anthony. Outside, Jones. Here's Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
Proving he's not afraid to finish with power. Covington loves to dunk it home.
Now Brunson. Pass to Redick. Fires the 3. Doesn't go for him.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Cullen passes to Anthony. It's rebounded by Dallas. Powell with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Great positioning on the putback.
You see the length helping Cauley-Stein right there? I mean, that's what allows him to be a factor on the board.
Outside Anthony. Shoots over Powell. Anthony can't hit. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
And Portland making a change here. Giles is checked in. Now here's Brunson. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Here's Jones. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jones has got his first bucket in this one.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
Cauley-Stein's shot is good. Cauley-Stein's got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And it's McCollum off the drive. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Cantor checked in for Portland. Anthony comes in for Derek Jones. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Here's Brunson, following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Passes it to Cauley-Stein. And Stein throws it down.
Oh, man, such a quick and explosive leaper. Carly Stein throws it down with ease.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Porzingis, he's checked in for Powell. Josh Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And a switch here also for Portland. Norman Powell's checked in for McCollum. Here's Simons. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Just 3 to shoot. The high post shot. The shot by Powell, no good. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Mavericks making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. And a switch here also for Portland. Lillard's checked in.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Good on the triple. Lillard's got 6 points.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 6, the 3. And Cantor pulls it down.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And the dunk by Powell.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Lillard against Doncic. Over Cantor. Out to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Lots of room. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Now, they've tailored their offense around him, and let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
Lillard, the pass to Cantor. Lillard can't throw down the putback. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Trailblazers out in front, up 4. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They didn't get more than a 1-possession lead. Thanks for joining us.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
On the floor for Portland, they've got Giles, Damian Lillard out there with Powell. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. Lillard outside. For the 3. That shot is off. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Hardaway with a wide open look. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Portland leading. Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
Now, the D has got to do a better job clogging up routes to the rim. Lillard is a terror when it comes to driving this out.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Here's Doncic. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Outstanding quickness of Lillard. It keeps the D on their heels. He excels at drawing the foul of these drives.
The Trailblazers shooting their 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight. And so he hits both.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one every time.
Doncic looking it over. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Doncic has got 5 points now this quarter. And we're just about a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of basketball. Lillard from outside, and the 3 ball is good. Lillard's got the lead back up to 6 now for Portland.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Doncic outside. Shoots over Lillard. And it's Doncic missing. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Doncic outside.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Porzingis. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Hardaway. Pass to Covington. Here's Simons. And there's the pass to Nurkic. Here's Simons. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing.
Oh! Tell us how you really feel
about that finish. Oof. Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. The shot by Redick, no good.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
The putback. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 9. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Doncic outside. The 15-footer. Dallas again missing. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Jones finds Nurkic. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Doncic. Cantor, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Simons surveying the D. Shot clock at 5. McCollum from deep three-point land. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley-Stein. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. Knocks down the 10-footer. Cantor's got the lead up to 11 now for the Trailblazers. Now here's Brunson. He's tightly guarded. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. McCollum, and that comes off the assist by Jones. McCollum's got 11 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass to the tip-in.
Here's Simons. No points in the game yet for him. There's 10 seconds left in the third. 6 to shoot. And here's McCollum for 3. Again, McCollum missing.
Known for his defensive chops, Covington's length and timing is what allows him to bother shooters.
And so it's Portland holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're pounding. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Jalen Brunson out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Marjanovic. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Jones, no luck. Mavericks trail by 11. Here's Richardson. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
So lethal in open court situations. Richardson excels at using his speed and athleticism to do damage in transition.
McCollum outside. Inside. It's stolen by Marjanovic. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And Finney Smith gets it to go.
Well, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson. Values the easy assist over a risky shot.
McCollum outside. Over Richardson. And he overshot that one, missing. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Powell. Hardaway is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Richardson outside. Shoots over Lillard. No good on that one. And the Trailblazers going the other way. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Doncic is checked in for Dallas. And a switch here also for Portland. Powell's checked in. Lillard the pass to McCollum. And he banks in the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
And it's encouraging whenever McCollum scores inside, proving that he's more than just a jump shooter.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Shot, high post. The offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. Nurkic with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooters.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
And that one's good, Doncic.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Lillard outside. The tray drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 12 points in just the second half. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him #1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. Lillard from deep three-point land. Porzingis with the rebound.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Here is Lillard. Out left to the wing. Cantor, the pass to Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Portland.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Lillard.
Wow, he owned this game. He never stopped working. He did it all for them, and you can't help but admire that kind of effort.
46 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Now here's Lillard. Pass to Cantor. Dishes to McCollum.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
The three for Doncic. And it's Portland with the rebound. McCollum dishes to Powell. Lillard from outside. It's rebounded by Porzingis. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And there's Richardson on the assist from Hardaway.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Can't get it to fall. And so it's Portland winning this one. They came in here and took care of business like they...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
You're looking live and down at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And as they...
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slot. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Marjanovic in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Clippers, they've got Ivica Zubac. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the point guard. Now, here's Doncic. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
It's George on the wing. No good on that one. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Here's Richardson. Marjanovic finds Doncic. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. The Mavericks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Richardson against Leonard. Free throw line jump shot. Richardson, no luck.
Boy, they are frigid right now. I mean, failing to connect on their first 4 attempts.
Lets it go with a 3. Leonard, no luck.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Hardaway kicks to Richardson. And count it from 19 feet away.
Well, being effective in the pick and roll requires that you read the defense, and Richardson did a good job there.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks, but you got to remember Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
Now George, after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. And he comes up with the deuce.
Not much you can do against Paul George on the drive. I mean, he's got great length and he knows how to use it, and he gets exactly where he wants to.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Hardaway with a wide open look. He drains the quick shot.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Leonard finds Jackson. Clippers moving the ball around. Back to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Here's Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Leonard attacking. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness. What's up? And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic.
And Powell, with that long body of his, does a nice job going at the defense and forcing them to foul.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Clippers?
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Back to Rondo. Pass to Mann. Out to the right wing. There's the pass to Morris. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Here's Cauley-Stein. Lays it up off the glass.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Rondo passes to Oturu. Back to Rondo. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Cauley-Stein. Makes it off the glass.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Here's Brunson. And the shot goes down. Here's Rondo. 1 second left. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Luke Kennard out there with Morris. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Oturu in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Now here's Redick. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Cauley-Stein controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Boy, intensity always a good thing, and Powell brings it solid at getting after offensive rebounds for his team.
Rondo kicks to Morris. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. The Mavericks trailing. Brunson scanning the floor. Offensive rebound. Cauley-Stein passes to Powell. Can't cash in from close range.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And the shot goes in.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
A solo fast break. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Oturu. The three-pointer no good. Left side Redick. That misses off the backboard. Clippers leading by 6.
And Clark, although he's not the force he once was on the floor, Rajon Rondo still can give you strong minutes in bursts.
Greg, I tell you what, I love watching this guy work. I know his double-digit assist days are long in his rearview mirror, but this dude still knows how to run a team, and he is ideal for leading your second unit because he's an orchestrator, a facilitator, a playmaker, and guys love playing with him. You can just feel how guys enjoy playing with Rondo running the show. You cannot afford to not box out Powell. I mean, he loves hammering down these misses.
Rondo passes to Oturu. Over Cauley-Stein. No good off the back of the rim. Mavericks trail by 4. Here's Powell. Count that one. Powell's got 8 points. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Rondo passes to Oturu. Back to Rondo. All sorts of time. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Kennard's shot is off.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
No good from Finney-Smith. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Nice shot by Rondo.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now here's Brunson. Left side, Redick. It's good.
Boy, the catch and shoot shot doesn't get any better than that. Redick on the money. ATM time.
On the wing, Morris. Guarded by Powell. Morris, no good.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now here's Rondo. Here's Mann. Passes to Morris. Kennard with the ball. 2 on the clock. Redick with the rebound. For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Here's Brunson. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And here's Morris for 3. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
For better or worse, and it looks like the latter. I mean, those threes not really falling yet.
To the inside, and stolen by Cauley Stein. Always going up for the alley-oop here, and the dunk by Powell.
Got to give it up for Powell now. I mean, he excels at rising off the ground to punch home these alley-oops.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Los Angeles. Pass to Oturu. Morris right side. Here's Oturu. Here's Mann. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
Good at contesting without fouling. I like seeing Redick in the face of his man.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The largest lead they had was 6 in the opening period. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, it's a heads-up, unselfish game.
Thanks for joining us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We've seen Dwight Powell really having a great game.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The free throw drops for Jackson. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one. Yes.
reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018? But he's showing to be an established young talent in this league. And there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
And George is very capable at knocking down difficult shots. I mean, because of his size and stroke and ball handling and his added strength, he's able to shoot over good defense and knock them down.
Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Doncic against George. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to just 3 in the basket from Doncic. And for the Clippers, they're shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Kicks it out to Leonard. Now here's Batum. Outside Leonard. Hardaway with the steal. George against Richardson. Doncic. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Doncic has got 4 this quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Here's George. He can't get that one to fall. And it's Dallas the other way.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And here's Los Angeles. It's a 1-point game. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And he gets the bucket. George has got 6.
Just befuddling body control from George. I mean, taking the hit like a man and still getting all the way to the basket.
Here's Doncic. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow. 6 points for him.
No idea what they were thinking there defensively. I mean, that's a shot he makes often.
Here's George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, you really have to like how George uses his body effectively down low there. I mean, the defense pretty much has no choice but to foul him in that situation.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Doncic against George. Doncic passes to Richardson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Doncic against George. Clippers leading by 3. Leonard inside. Marjanovic on him. And here's George for 3. Good work defensively by Richardson.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Offensive rebound. Here's Doncic. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
Yeah, you know, we've seen a much different version of him in this half, guys. He's been sharper, more focused, and more assertive.
George looking over the floor. Outside, Batum. Back to George. 5 to shoot. Here's Leonard. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Leonard's got 6.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Richardson against George. Shoots the 3. The shot, no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Banked in off the glass. 10 points for him.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic for the tie, and it's Luka Doncic with the three. Doncic has got it all tied up now for Dallas.
Boy, you better get out there on this guy. Doncic is prime time for real from that three-point line.
And here's George for three. A shot off that time. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basket. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Jackson is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Oturu in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Here's Doncic. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Here's Oturu. Guarded by Porzingis. Jackson looking around. Outside for Rondo. And Leonard has it in the corner. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Dallas shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Here's Doncic. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
The drive by Rondo. It's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
A pass to Porzingis. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Pass to Oturu. On the wing, Morris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And it's good off the back rim and in. And the Clippers lead by 2.
And dangerous in that catch-and-shoot game. In fact, anytime Morris can square up, he's a lot more consistent.
Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Dallas moving it around. And Doncic gets it to go.
Doncic not afraid of the moment, actually embraces the spotlight. This guy steps up big when needed most.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Doncic finds Hardaway. Right side Porzingis to the middle. Doncic passes to Porzingis. The Clippers grab the miss.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Doncic. Rebounded by Jackson.
They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the fourth, that would have been a big bucket for him.
And the shot is good.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Now Doncic. And he makes that one.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. The lead is 2. There's the dish to Morris. Outside for Jackson. Tries from 7. Bank shot, no good.
I'm a bit shocked, honestly, that he misses that. That's his shot in rhythm.
Unloads from 13. Got it. A huge shot to tie it up.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Rondo scanning the floor. Outside Jackson. Outside Leonard. Good!
Boy, and just look at what Leonard is doing.
And so here is Dallas. And here is Doncic to take the lead right between the eyes.
Par for the course for Luka Doncic. Just one of those games where he's got it on cruise control.
Leonard attacking. Good D by Hardaway. So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is...
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight. Rip City. Welcome to 2K Sports for another DA.
Kevin, thanks very much. C.J. McCollum has talked about the bond between the city.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2 guard. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot.
And we know it. We've seen it. Lillard's range extends well beyond the three-point line. Hard to keep a hand in his face from that far out.
Now, here is George. Now, Nurkic. Got a piece of it. And here is Powell. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Paul George. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Here's Leonard and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Just a level of power and explosiveness. Leonard just tenacious at the rim.
Nobody near Lillard. Drills it from outside. Lillard's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Portland.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. 4-point game. George passes to Zubac. And George with the stuff.
Paul George rising up. Nice to see a little bit of that return to the younger days from PG.
And the versatility of Paul George's game. Elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George. Nurkic using his body that time, a polished move.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Now here's Jackson. Pass to Zubac. 5 on the clock. Morris outside. And it's rebounded by Covington. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Now the pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. And the 3 off target.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Nobody near George. Sinks the triple. George has got 5 now.
That's a really nice stroke. Paul George set up nicely. Great release. And big-time shot there.
Basket counts.
Boy, did he burrow his way in there, and the D just sort of backed off.
Clippers trail by 3. At the elbow, it's Jackson. Outside, George. From deep 3-point range. Zubac against Nurkic. No good from Zubac. Trailblazers leading by 3. And a wide open look for McCollum. Again, McCollum missing. Covington kicks to Powell. No good from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And Jackson with the basket on the assist from Leonard.
What awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
Lillard outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Clippers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Got to do your best to root and push and shove Kawhi Leonard outside of the paint. He's just too strong and too skilled on the inside, and then he starts to get comfortable.
Hits it from 3-point range. Clippers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. The three from George. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Well, that three-pointer's got to fire up George and the entire team.
Here's Lillard. He's got 9. The putback. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Down low. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Lillard with it. Pass to Nurkic. Now McCollum. He kicks it to Lillard. Back to McCollum. It'll count. Oh, to beat the clock. God, what a play!
That is fun to watch. Lets it go at the very last second.
Oh, man.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trail Blazers. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. We've got Luke Kennard. He's out there with Patrick Patterson, and it's man in at the 2. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. The Clippers trail. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. And Kanter able to finish.
And it's not a secret. Kanter is a major factor on the offensive glass, thanks to his size, strength, and excellent hand.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Nice shot by Rondo.
Well, right now, Rondo just cutting through there with not much effort, and the speed took over.
Lillard outside. Pass to Kanter. And Kanter throws it down. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly congested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Here's Mann. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And here's Kanter. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Oturu, the pass to Kennard. Here's Mann. Here's Oturu. Covered by Lillard. Here's Oturu. Shooting foul. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. He's perfect from the line this time. Portland trailing here. Here's Simons. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Anthony, the pass to Simons. His three-pointers off the mark.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
John Patterson kicks to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And don't give a cerebral player like Leonard that kind of opening. He'll read that gap.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. Out to Anthony. Passes it to Simons. Clock at 6. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Now, here's Kennard. 1:07 left in the second quarter. Kicks it to Leonard. Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Leonard with the steal. Here's Oturu. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Oturu's got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. And there's the pass to Anthony. Cantor trying to free himself up. That shot off the mark. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Leonard with no one around. And that one hits back iron. Portland's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Kennard with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 3. Outside Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And we all know what a tough cover Kawhi has become. The defender got caught in a bad position and is kicking himself for it now.
And he knocks down the first one. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Leonard hits them both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Here's Covington. Up again. Planks the putback jam. Got it off in time. No good that time. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Clippers ahead. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 8 points, 2 rebounds. And that does it for our half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. Basket, good. Nurkic has got 6.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Count that one. He's got 10.
Just remarkable what he's able to do. Leonard, with a guy draped all over him, still able to convert.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Lillard from outside. Zubac's with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Robert Covington picks one up.
There's a quiet intensity that Kawhi Leonard brings to both ends of the floor, a defensive menace, and it's amazing to watch him just how disruptive he can be when he's guarding the 1, 2, 3, or even 4-man and messing up offensive schemes.
Lillard outside. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Powell, tip back in for two.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
And the dunk by Zubac.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Always an appreciation for Lillard and his build, just how rugged he is, along with that fearlessness.
From deep, George. Rebounded by Covington.
His shot's it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. It's going to send Norman Powell to the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard for the Trailblazers. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Jones subbed in for Lillard. George looking around. That one drops for him. George has got 10 points.
Well, keep it or dish it. Those are the decisions Paul George is trying to make, and he makes the right one there.
And good that time.
They are just killing him on the interior.
And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. The lead is 2. Pass to Patterson. His first shot coming late. He can't get it to go. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Powell, no one around him. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one. To the inside. Oturu. And he goes in for the dunk.
Orchestrating right now, Rondo should be playing with a baton.
McCollum passes to Kanter. Dishes it to Anthony. Powell for 3. The offensive rebound. Kanter kicks to Powell. Anthony against Patterson. Goes up again, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession. Simons, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Trailing by 2. Kicks it out to McCollum. Another shot. 41 seconds left here in the third quarter. Just 5 on the clock. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. McCollum's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. It's George on the wing. Back to Rondo. Here's Mann. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rondo.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Off target. It's all tied in Portland. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. The Trailblazers shooting 47%, pretty solid. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, we've got Marcus Morris. Rajon Rondo is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Oturu in at the 5. Here's Cantor. Drops in the layup for 2. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer. Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from three-point range.
Rondo with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by George.
And you see the body control. Morris taking the hit there, but still able to complete the play.
McCollum finds Cantor. Trailblazers moving the ball around. McCollum against Jackson. Pass to Anthony. 5 to shoot. He feeds it to Cantor. Rebound by the Clippers.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
He's off on the first.
Yeah, when Rondo gets motivated, and we've seen that now for a good stretch, he's as valuable as it gets.
A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Leonard comes in for George. Jones the pass to Covington. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Here's Lillard. Good. Nothing but net.
There's another way Lillard can beat you off the ball. Great timing on the catch and shoot.
Jackson looking it over. Morris passes to Jackson. And here's Leonard. Lays it up and banks it in.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Passes it to Jones. Back to Lillard. And Lillard gets double teamed. Portland needs to get off a shot. Nurkic. A good look from McCollum. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Doesn't go that time. Trailblazers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. Good work there as it goes. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
Man, he was a go-to guy in crunch time in college, and McCollum now has developed that reputation here in the league.
Rondo kicks to Zubac. Rebound by Nurkic.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Kicks it out to Jones. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Powell, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Paul George is checked in for Rajon Rondo. Lillard against Jackson. Takes a 3. Kicks it out to Lillard. Bangs home the trifecta. Lillard's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers.
That's a tip of the cap there. Always wanting to take the big shot for his team. Lillard makes more than his fair share.
Outside for Jackson. Back to Leonard from downtown. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. Trailblazers leading by 5. 1:04 left in the 4th. Nurkic against George. Nurkic in the post. The shot that time not on target. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Leonard. Money!
And now the go-to guy in these situations. Leonard can handle that kind of pressure in the big moment as well as anyone.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
Nurkic in the post. Zubac defending. The pass to Pop. Now here's Lillard. The three. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
You can bet that's what they're looking for. This late in the game, they need that three.
It's good from beyond the arc.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lillard outside from the high post. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. And that's going to do it for regulation. So, well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. And it's going to be the Trailblazers off the tip. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Patrick Patterson. And there's Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. Lillard. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Man, both on balance and on point. Damian working through that mid-range area now.
Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Go ahead and lead him, Paul George. Stepping up, a huge shot at this moment in the game.
Lillard with it. Canner, high post. Back to Lillard. It's Powell on the wing. From outside, off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
George, no good. The Trailblazers shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Three-pointer, Lillard. Cantor, the pass to Pop. Back to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
He's a scorer and stepping up this time. Cantor with a big one.
The Clippers trail. Jackson passes to Zubac. George against McCollum. Right block shot in deep. George drops it in. George has got 4 points this quarter.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Lillard scanning the floor. To the middle. Here's Cantor. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
Well, he's made some big shots dating back to his playing days in Europe. Cantor coming through here in the clutch.
Zubac the pass to Leonard. It's good. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Outside, Covington. Launches a 3. Buries it from outside.
Big-time hoop from Covington. He's had to earn everything he's gotten in his NBA career.
Pass to George. Beyond the arc. Jackson passes to Leonard. No good with the triple. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Powell kicks to Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Cantor's shot is off.
And no secret here, guys. They've got to get a 3 if we're going to get yet another overtime.
From deep, George can't knock in the 3. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Lillard fires away from way outside. No good there. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it. The lights of downtown reflecting. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5 down low. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Giles. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Drains it from beyond the arc. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Doncic, no good.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Giles kicks to Powell. Mavericks with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Porzingis can't hit. Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Now, here's Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. Over Giles. 6 to shoot. Doncic against Lillard. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Passes it to McCollum. Kicks to Powell. From deep. The rebound by Marjanovic.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Hardaway passes to Doncic. And Damian Lillard pulls it down.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Portland's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Lillard against Doncic. And Lillard kicks to Giles. Pass to Powell. Steps back and fires.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
That one also a miss for him, just like the other 3 attempts this game. And it's in there.
That was a long time coming. Took them 5 attempts to get their first bucket.
Lillard looking around. From the stripe. Unable to get that one. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Doncic with the steal. Richardson, that's a 2-pointer. Got a piece of it. Trailblazers leading by 3. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Giles. Headed by Porzingis. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
A different look now for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. We've got 1:48 left here in the opening quarter. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the dunk by Powell.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And, Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Here's Simons. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
And shooters beware. Cauley Stein is very crafty in how he rises up for the block. So good at catching scores off guard with his wide reach.
Outside Covington. Shoots it up. And he finishes nicely on the way.
And it's clear Covington isn't bashful. He welcomes any opportunity he gets to score inside.
Now here's Brunson. D right on him. Bucket is good. There's a minute left in the first quarter of the game. Simons the pass to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
When you pair Cantor's strong frame with his scorer's mentality, you get a guy that loves to throw.
Redick with the three. Five on the clock. Misses the three.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And now Covington running the floor all by himself.
Oh, the quick feet of Covington. He excels at getting out there on the break and finding ways to capitalize.
The pass to Redick. And here is Powell. Swiped away. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. Good. Covington's got 6.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
And that does it for the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 9. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Well, no question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Mavericks, Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Cauley Stein. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. Mavericks trail by 11.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. But this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around. And he's not going to pass up that one. And trust me, he should. He's solid from that in-between there.
And Lillard kicks to Anthony. Back to Lillard. Pass to Cantor. That shot off. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Here's Powell. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
You got to love the decision-making from Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, aware he must keep improving as a passer.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Lillard, the pass to Simons. Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Trying to find Jones. He gets it to him. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Cauley Stein in the post. He's covered by Cantor. Missed inside. Portland leading by 9. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
This is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Now Brunson. And he gets the whisk. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Giles comes in for Anthony. Powell, he's checked in for Jones. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anthony Simons. Lillard outside. From the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here's Richardson. Softly drops in the floater. Richardson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You got to have serious feel for that shot, and Richardson's got that. He could be lethal with the float.
Lillard against Brunson. Lillard dishes to Nurkic, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Powell against Doncic. That one misses. 3 shots all come up empty. Trailblazers leading by 9. Powell kicks to Giles. Here's Powell. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And it's Lillard missing. 1:20 left in the first half of the game. Doncic. Good on the bucket.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Now here's Lillard. Feeds to Nurkic. He kicks it to Powell. Shoots the 3. He doesn't hit that one. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Here's Doncic. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
Hardaway's checked in for Jalen Brunson. Trailblazers leading by 4. Lillard with it. Goes up on the wing. Portland again missing.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Well, Richardson comes from a military family. I mean, his mom was an officer in the Air Force, so he knows about discipline on and off the court. That helps a pro ball player.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Jones is checked in. Pass to Giles. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Buried from 15 feet out. Giles has got 6.
And when he rises up, he knows he's probably going to get a clean look. It's a matter of executing.
Oh, yeah. It's got to be nice to have that.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Portland came out ready to play. At one point, they had a 9-point lead fueled by some... And that's...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. 4-point game. We've got Yusuf Nurkic, C.J. McCollum out there with Powell. Then it's Jones. And it's Kanter in at the power forward position. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
McCollum against Doncic. Richardson with the double team. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Here's Doncic. Drops it in from 14 feet away. He's got 7.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
And a wide open look for McCollum. That 3 off the mark. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Richardson gets a wide open look. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. And here's Kanter. Pass to Jones. Here's Nurkic. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That is his first foul of the game. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Redick comes in for Richardson. Cullen passes to Powell. Powell against Kanter. Shoots over Powell. Pulls up. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Only 1 for 5 to start the half. I mean, whatever adjustments they made at halftime weren't the right ones.
Hardaway goes in. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Cauley-Stein's got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
Oh, man, the relentless pursuit of the basketball by Cauley-Stein. Just a tremendous hustler on the offensive glass.
Now McCollum. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jones. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Frankie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Here's Brunson. Cauley-Stein trying to free himself up. Off on the layup. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. It's picked off. Brunson finds Redick. No good on the 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
And he uses the glass on the layup. Powell's got 7 points for the quarter.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
The pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Cauley-Stein. Shot to stop the run. Got a hand on it. And now here comes Jones leading the break. And the dunk by Powell.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Finney-Smith passes to Brunson. The baseline jumper goes down. Brunson's got 8 points.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Now here's Powell. 9 points in the game so far. McCollum outside. Shoots over Brunson. Here's Giles. Here's Cantor. Back to Powell. Lets it go with a three. Kept alive. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Control the pace. Get it to the right guy at the right time. These requirements top the list if you're a good point guard.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic, and it's Marjanovic in at the 5. Here's Anthony. Simons surveying the D. Clock at 6. Lillard attacking. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Gets it to go. That one good from Giles.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Doncic with it. Over Lillard. It's stolen. Here's Simons. Richardson cover. The shot by Lillard wide open. Sinks the three-pointer.
The outside shot of Lillard is pure. I mean, he always seems to have the look that's going in.
Doncic outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Lillard again missing.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Lillard. Six to shoot. Fires for three. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
Still plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. McCollum's checked in for Anthony Simons. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. From 11 feet away, here's Marjanovic. He gets that one.
There's that passion of his, battling with every ounce of energy he has.
Now Lillard. Now the feed to McCollum. Kicks it out to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got 6 points in the quarter.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Back to Doncic. Pulls up on the wing. And the shot is long. Portland leading by 8. And that one's good, Anthony.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Here's Doncic. Fires from the wing. And he hits the jumper for 2.
And he's such a polished shooter. You can't give Doncic these kinds of opportunities, or he's going to burn you.
Pass to McCollum. The 3. And another 3 for Portland.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, as long as they're hitting like this, how can you blame them? They're on a tear.
Here's Doncic. No good off the back of the rim. Portland's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. And it's Lillard missing. Mavericks trailed by 11. Here's Marjanovic. Nurkic with the block.
His coaches and teammates like this type of energy. Nurkic demonstrating that he could be an anchor on the defense. Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
Lillard against Doncic. Out to Anthony. And Anthony gets double-teamed. Shot clock at 6. Lillard way outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 8. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Then for the Mavericks, Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Porzingis. Redick comes in for Richardson, and Trey Burke subbed in for Luka Doncic. Burke covering. He tries for 3. They get it again.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, the game got away from them, but hopefully they've learned some things, and hopefully they'll be able to make some adjustments next time.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 8. Both good from the line that time. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Outside Covington. And so it's Portland winning this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A Sunday afternoon with the NBA. DA.
Hey, Kevin.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. And they've got a few injuries on their bench. Less options, but you'd think not too big of an impact for them.
2 injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Marcus Morris. Paul George is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And for the Mavericks, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Rondo. The rebound by Marjanovic.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Now, here is Morris. And yes, it's good.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
Doncic against Rondo, and it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Richardson attacking. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Josh Richardson being aggressive. This is what his teammates want, and they can feed off that emotion and intensity.
Zubac finds Rondo. On the wing, George. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
It's Richardson on the wing. Hardaway with a wide open look. Drops in the tray.
You see the game plan is working already. 4 straight makes to start this one.
Here's George. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Doncic with the block.
And not exactly quick off the floor, but Luka uses great anticipation to make defensive plays.
Nice shot by Porzingis.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now here's Rondo. It's George on the wing. And the layup's good off the glass. George has got 6 points.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
And the Clippers have possession, following the score by Dallas. Outside Rondo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Love Rondo down there on the block. Nice move to catch the D off guard.
No good on that one. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And he's good on the second. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And the wide open shot from Redick. Another 3 for Dallas.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Redick against Jackson. Shoots over Redick. Outside for Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
And with Reggie Jackson, it's a testament to his natural talent that he often leaves us wanting a little bit more.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Now here's Redick. It's Powell on the wing. Patterson defending.
Very hard to move Patterson back with your body, which allows him to challenge every shot.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. That's tipped.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Powell, that's good.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Clippers trail by 8. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Jackson. 20 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
Here's Powell.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Shooting lights out, building a big lead here early on.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Dallas, Cauley Stein is out there with Dwight Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. Man passes to Oturu. In the corner, Kennard with it. Inside, here's Jackson. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Mavericks leading by 12. Here's Powell. Deflects the pass. Over to the left wing. Here's Finney Smith. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Flexing at the rack. Leonard doing what he can to fire up his teammates.
That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein, and Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Marcus Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Paul George comes in for Jackson.
And this is how you score in transition. And Paul George, you just have to appreciate his hustle.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They've led by as many as 14 points.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
George looking around. Porzingis with the rebound.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim. Terrific vision there with that pass. Hit his teammate perfectly in transition.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Leonard inside. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Mavericks leading by 12. Here's Richardson. It's hauled in by Paul George.
Easy chance for mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Here's Finney Smith. He's got 6. No good with the layup.
The homecoming for Paul George. Playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Powell with the steal. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
George against Doncic. George passes to Oturu. Mavericks with the rebound.
And, guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' gain.
Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Mavericks leading by 10. And here is Doncic. And it's Marjanovic on top of the key. Richardson kicks to Porzingis. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Richardson. Knocks it loose. Stolen by George. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard with the ball. Hardaway picks him up. Great positioning on the putback. Morris has got it back down to single digits for the Clippers.
As this offense been running, I'm just getting tired of watching them.
19 seconds left to play here in the half. Doncic, no good. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
There's Jackson with the 3. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that does it for the first half of play. Mavericks ahead, up by 8. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports. And the Mavericks over the past couple of years, Shaq, making some great personnel moves.
Look, they traded.
And that'll do it.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been one outstanding game from George.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. They've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Zubac in at the center. And it's Rondo in the corner. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Richardson against George. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Rondo passes to Morris. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Doncic against Rondo. Pass to Zubac. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. So Doncic will go to the free throw line. It's on Rajon Rondo. The Mavericks shooting their third free throw shot of the game. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch, I agree. A three-pointer is right on target. Richardson's got 7 now in this quarter.
And coming out of halftime, Coach said they wanted to start fast. How's 4 for 4?
Stolen by Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
And George with this stuff.
The trust George has built with his team, they know he'll finish strong if they feed him.
And guys, even though he's in a big market. Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Kennard, the pass to Oturu. To the paint. That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Jackson. Jackson's got 5.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Cauley-Stein, good on the shot.
This is just one of many areas where Redick has improved, reading the floor and finding his guys for good quality shots.
Here's Jackson, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Jackson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
And if you let Redick set his feet and just catch and shoot, you're in for a long night.
Man passes to Oturu, and good that time. Oturu's got his first 2 points.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
1:03 left to play in the third. And the pass to Redick. Shoots from the baseline. Again, the Mavericks score.
Anytime Redick gets the ball from there, he's going to rise up as pure a shooter as we have ever had in the game.
Here's Jackson. That shot missing, so the Mavericks will take it the other way. Here's Finney-Smith. Sinks that one from the post. 8 points for him.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Feeds it to Patterson. Back to Jackson. Kennard with the ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Clippers trail by 15. Here's Mann. Passes to Kennard. A 3-ball. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Finney-Smith kicks to Brunson. From deep. That shot no good. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Mavericks. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
This is what you need your floor general to do. Take charge, lead by example, unselfish play.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Tim Hardaway Jr. J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Finney-Smith in at the power forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Here's George. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. Here's Finney-Smith trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Leonard. And that one is off. And it's Dallas the other way. Powell, that's good. Powell's got 4 this quarter.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment. But the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then. But I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Doncic against Rondo. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. Down by 15. Here's Leonard. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound. Dallas has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway. Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Clippers trail by 15. Rondo dishes to Morris. Back to Rondo. And stolen by Richardson. The three from Porzingis. But they'll get another chance. The Clippers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Nobody near Leonard. Morris with the ball. Now guarded by Porzingis. Porzingis with the steal. Mavericks leading by 15. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball. And it's Leonard with the jam.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach to get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
Doncic against Rondo. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Great open look there.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
They are getting buried tonight with plays like that one, allowing too much space for a good shooter.
George, no good. Dallas has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And here's Porzingis for a 3. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th assist in this one. Rondo looking around. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
What precision from Rondo. Even when he gets knocked around, he keeps his focus and nails the shot.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Doncic outside. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Mavericks.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
This team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Luka Doncic.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
And that one's good, Marjanovic.
Yeah, they can count this one in the win column. It has been a tremendous effort.
I love what we saw from them tonight, and I'm sure they'll try to replicate it next time out.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
The 3 from Leonard. They get the rebound. Pass to Morris. Inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot by George, wide open. The three-pointer off the mark. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
And George with this stuff.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Dallas again missing. And the miss. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. A confident win in one. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. That'll put Paul George on the line. Robert Covington picks one up. The Clippers shooting their first foul shot of the game. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Back to Rondo. And there's the pass to George. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. George has got 5.
Yeah, you have to respect the focus of Paul George, not letting the defense alter his shot.
McCollum finds Nurkic. Nobody near Lillard. And a miss there on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Don't you love it when you've got a small forward who can pass the basketball just like Paul George did there? Makes it look easy.
Powell with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Pass to Lillard. Launches it. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
An easy 2 points on the layup. 7 points in the game.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Lillard scanning the floor. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Leonard against Powell. There's the triple. The Clippers grab the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's George. 7 points in the game. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And here's Leonard from three. And it's rebounded by Covington.
Ooh, couldn't quite get that one. 4 for 5.
Cullen passes to Covington. Now Nurkic. Goes back up. And it's good on the way-in. Nurkic has got his second bucket.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Rondo. Rebound by Nurkic. For Portland, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. 4-3, Covington. That one misses. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Diaz, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Lillard against Zubac. The Trailblazers rebound.
Well, hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Rondo looking around. Outside, George. Rondo against Lillard. Rondo drives in.
And just enjoy watching Rondo utilize that speed on the drive. Just kind of nice through the defense there and dares you to attack him.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derrick Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for McCollum. Three-pointer, Lillard. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. Stolen. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Down low, it's stolen by Anthony. To the right side. There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And the basket by Lillard.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
Rondo gets the bucket.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Three-pointer, Lillard.
And always good to see Rondo being active defensively, more than capable of shutting down his man.
It's the end of the first with a tie game here, and already these offenses are clicking. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Patrick Patterson is out there with Kennard. Then there's Reggie Jackson, and it's Man in at the 2. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter.
Elite offensive rebounder from the moment he stepped between the lines. Enes Kanter, that is a strength of his game.
Kennard with the ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And Jones pulls it down.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Lillard from outside. They get it back. Kanter kicks to Jones. Lillard outside. 6 on the shot clock. The long distance 3 is buried. Lillard's got 9.
That's his first triple of the second period. Third of the game.
Outside Jackson. Takes it off the glass.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Here's Simons. Cantor, the pass to Anthony. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Cantor. Out to Anthony. The tray. Simons. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Man passes to Oturu, and it's good. 2 points.
What an excellent post-entry pass. Good things happen when you make that next look.
Here is Lillard. 9 points in the game so far. Passes it to Simons. Back to Anthony. Takes the three. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Patterson. There's the pass to Mann. Shoots over Lillard. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And now just a 1-point Trailblazer lead. Now here's Lillard. Outside, Jones. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Lillard way outside. Here's Cantor. Poked away and stolen by Patterson. Pass to Oturu. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one's on Anthony.
Yeah, easy call.
You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. The difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
The efficiency of Enes Kanter is impressive. This guy's massive on the blocks and knows how to score.
George with the ball. Now Anthony defending. Kennard's shot is off.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
To the left wing. To the middle. Kicks it to Kanter. Rebounded by Jackson.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit. Who knows? But he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Oturu, the pass to Kennard. 51 seconds left in the first half. Here's George. Uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got 9.
That's phenomenal athleticism on the drive. Paul George just sprints past everyone with ease.
Outside Anthony. Right wing. Now here's Kanter. Defense is right there. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Now, here's Kennard. Not a lot of room. And here's Anthony for 3. Trailblazers keep it alive. Kanter's shot is off.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Clippers lead by 1. Stay with us, folks.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At its highest, their lead topped out at... And...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Paul George really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. Now Lillard. McCollum outside. Fires from deep. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. The Clippers in the lead. Here's George. And it's rebounded by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Lillard way outside. Off target with his three. And Los Angeles guys shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. Outside Leonard. And he makes good on the layup. Leonard's got 6. And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads. Cut to just 1 on the basket from Nurkic.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
Leonard on the wing, guarded by Powell. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got 4 this quarter.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
McCollum from deep three-point land. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. And George, here we go. Count that one. 11 points in the game.
You can see there's complete trust in Paul George and pick and rolls. Fantastic at taking advantage of the defense and the separation they give him.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. Derek Jones, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for Lillard. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Nurkic.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Rondo passes to Mann. Outside for Rondo. Passes it to Zubac. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Yeah, you got to respect the awareness level of Rondo. When his teammates have a clean look at the basket, the ball gets there without hesitation.
Jackson, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Pass to Powell. From deep three-point range. That one, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. A pass to Morris. Up top, Leonard, defended by Jones. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, what makes Kawhi so problematic in the pick and roll? He can do about anything he wants out of it, including keep the basketball.
To the inside. Powell, no one around him, and Portland again with the bucket.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
To the middle, here's Leonard. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Leonard's got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Leonard with the ball. 2 points, that one goes. Leonard's got 10 points here in the second half.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
High post, Nurkic. There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
In such a rhythm right now. Feathery touch. He's lighting them up.
Jackson with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. And that'll be his third foul so far. Both teams will make substitutions. Morris passes to Oturu. Clippers moving the ball around. Outside for Jackson. 6 to shoot. Portland grabs the miss. Cantor's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Oturu, and yes, it's good. Oturu's got 6 points.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
They grabbed their own miss.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. We've got Marcus Morris, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Patrick Patterson, and it's Oturu in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's Jackson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And how about the confidence right now from Jackson? Not bashful at attacking and drawing attention from there.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for Morris. Both free throws good from Jackson. Trailblazers trail by 5. And a deep three from Lillard. They get it back.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And Patterson kicks to Jackson. George passes to Rondo. In the corner, George with it. There's the 3. Portland grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And Lillard gets it to go.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
The Clippers' shoot has been just outrageous, 64% from the field to this point, and the basket is good.
Yeah, and Rondo, he's fantastic at staying strong through the contact.
Lillard outside to take the lead. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. And a wide open look for McCollum. A miss that time would have put him up.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's the 3. It's George on the wing. 5 to shoot. And he elevates, and then the slam. Cantor did not like that.
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
Lillard from deep three-point land. The rebound by Patterson.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Stolen by Cantor. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Leonard in for Reggie Jackson. And then for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Cantor. And Robert Covington subbed in for Anthony. Leonard attacking. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
Well, Kawhi Leonard starting to percolate, guys. You may want to start checking this guy.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Portland again missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
George passes to Zubats. Shot clock at 6. Leonard. And yet, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And now an 8-point Clipper lead.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
You know, a few more possessions like that one, and they can put the finishing touches on this game. They just have to have effective trips like that one.
And now it's Rondo running all the way. Here he goes. Drops in the breakaway layup. Rondo's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Pass to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. Back to Rondo. He kicks to George. Pass to Zubats. Rondo with it. Here's Oturu. Defended by Covington. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Count it. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Hit the putback. And the second chance effort by McCollum.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
George looking over the floor. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
And the basket has become almost like the ocean here. They have not missed anything here down the stretch.
McCollum with the ball. Lillard outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Rondo kicks to George. From deep. So the Clippers with the win. It was a fantastic ball. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for...